Hundreds of smart products are released every year now, and some of those products are great and change lives, but many end up in the trash and just suck money out of our homes. But I've been doing this for a long time now, and I picked out some of the most exciting products launching in 2023. I have everything from really useful products to trend-setting gadgets that'll blow your mind, to everything in between. And on top of that, these products all should last for many, many years. Until recently, I thought this first product was going to the trash can. That product is the Always Home Cam from Ring, which is a flying camera drone announced over 3 years ago. Sure, it's $250 US, but that would be a small price to pay for indoor camera coverage for your whole home, as it typically takes many cameras to cover a whole home when away. So I think it provides a lot of good value, and why I'm excited about this product again is because Ring confirmed that they would launch it very soon, and that the devil was in the details, and they had to get those details right for this product to be great. They're saying they've got those details right, which means they've put in the development time. This will be the first flying camera for smart home security. But it's not just flying cameras that are exciting this year, so give me a moment and I'll load up the rest. Hello Automators, thanks for tuning in again. I'm Brian from Automate Your Life, and this year will very likely be one of the most exciting years for new smart products. In fact, a lot of companies have been building to this year in order to launch their best products ever. In fact, a company named Flick has been building to what I think will be their most exciting product to date with the Flick Twist. It's a push button that can control your smart home in nearly unlimited ways with its push and dial control. Based on what I've seen, we should have a press, a double press, and a hold function, plus control of one or multiple lights or multiple speakers with the dial, and a fifth function by pressing the button and then turning the dial. That's a lot for just one, and you could stick multiple of these with some of Flick's glowing stickers to make sure you know what it does. Plus, Flick already has great compatibility with so many smart home systems, including Amazon, SmartThings, Apple HomeKit, Hue, Sonos, LifeX, and many more. And this new product will have Matter compatibility, which should give you even more options for controlling your whole home with the push of a button. There is nothing like smart lighting to get you excited because it just elevates any space, and we are finally getting more than flashing colored lights in terms of effects. One of the best lighting companies today is Govee, and that's because they have created products that can synchronize all of your lights to what's going on your TV or to what's going on from an audio perspective around you, and they have the best effects going today. But their new AI gaming kit is being built a lot like Razer Chroma, but it will also work with all of their lighting to synchronize your entire room. They've already demoed this working with some games, and the games actually have special effects attached to different moves or different things you do in the game. I think this could provide the very first reason to buy one of these sync boxes, as it will do more than just put the same color light on your wall as is on your screen. And this is only the first iteration, and I'm sure that Govee has more in store for us with this technology. It's coming almost right away too, so get excited. Nanoleaf is one of the other leaders in the smart lighting space, and that's because they produce truly beautiful devices that enhance a home. They have a new addressable light strip that's being combined with a camera that you point at the TV to synchronize the colors around your television. That's called Nanoleaf 4D TV, but I'm more excited about one of the first smart lighting fixtures that I'd consider putting in my home. That is the Skylight system, which will come out in Q3 of this year and can be hardwired where your existing fixture is. You can start out with a pack of 2 or 4 and expand from there, and the Skylight gives off up to 3,000 lumens and 60 million colors. Plus, every Nanoleaf product has those great dynamic effects that we've all come to know and love. But it's not just a light, because it comes with some sensors, and when combined with what Nanoleaf is calling their Nala Assistant, it can learn your home and your preferences for how you'd like your lighting over time, which should mean you don't really have to change your lights and they just work. These are also a Thread border router and Matter compatible, so they will both work with the rest of your smart home and help you build it out. Now, if you don't know what that means, I have some links to some explainer videos down in the description to help you with those terms of thread and matter. A lot of people buy smart displays from Google and Amazon in order to get help in the kitchen with things like recipes. It's one of the best uses for those, but I think a new device type coming from a company named Versaware improves significantly on those smart displays. Versaware is releasing both a smart cutting board and a smart mixing bowl. Both of them give you detailed instructions for recipes and will walk you through crafting your meal. However, it's not just a screen with a recipe on it. The recipes are tailor-made for you based on food preferences and dietary restrictions. They will also show you what the ingredients have in them for nutritional values and will total that for you as you prepare the meal. Plus, there will be personal biometrics and the ability to input your goals in terms of food and weight and health. And you get an app that tracks your calories too. With the mixing bowl and this, we don't have pricing, but this is one I'm gonna watch closely. While we're in the kitchen, let's talk about the Pronto. It's a smart pressure cooker that's also a weight scale, an air fryer, and a sanitizer as well. For any of you who have an Instapot, I think you know that releasing the steam pressure can be a little painful if you're not paying attention. So the Pronto has an automatic pressure release and safety sensors to make sure that you don't burn yourself. Plus the bowl doesn't get hot, so you can even use it as a serving bowl. Now they're trying to connect it to what's called Multo's Smart Kitchen Hub, which is a tablet with recipes, but I already have a smart cutting board, so why would I need that? The last two products are probably non-traditional smart home products, so those of you who watch Automate Your Life regularly are probably looking for something a little more traditional. Let me give you a few really great security products that are coming this year. Earlier in today's video, I showed you the Ring Always Home Cam, but that's not the only Ring device that they're releasing this year. The Ring Peephole Cam was an exciting release like 3 years ago, but reviews came in very negative and the product was shelved. However, that camera is back. It just goes over your existing peephole, and it is something that you can install without it being permanent and without you causing damage to your rental, for example. It's also only $130, uses the standard Ring rechargeable battery, and works with the rest of the Ring system, as well as Amazon Echo speakers and Fire TVs for display in your home. A company named Alfred has created the smart door lock that I'd like in my own home. Not only have they been building really great door locks for some time, but now they have combined it with a wireless charging technology that means you never have to recharge the batteries on it. That's one of the biggest problems with door locks today, and the DBS2 can be purchased early this year at retailers like Home Depot for $300. However, you're gonna need to wait till later this year to get that wireless charging module. Then you'll have to place that module within 30 feet of the lock and make sure the lock and charger have line of sight. By the time this video comes out, I can talk about 3 new cameras from Wyze. These are really interesting, and actually Wyze kind of went back in time with the OG lineup. That lineup is 2 cameras. They look a lot like the original Wyze cam, but while they have only 1080p video resolution, everything else is upgraded, and there is a wild feature when you're talking about a camera that's $24. You can take 2 of these and attach one of the $10 stack kit mounts that Wyze sells. Then you can attach another OG camera pointed in a different direction. With these being IP65, you could stick them outdoors and cover lots of your yard with $58 worth of camera equipment. Now, what's wild is you can do this picture-in-picture feature where you pair 2 of these cameras together and then you can switch between the 2 camera views in the live stream. But with the second camera in the series, called the OG Telephoto, you get a 3x telephoto lens that's gonna let you see the events up close. Now, the OG Telephoto is $34, so that's another $10, but with all of the upgrades that Wyze has made over the years to their cameras and the technology that powers them, this is a really interesting option now, and I love how much ingenuity has gone into this design. And that's not to say that I don't love the new Wyze Cam Pan V3. It also has that IP65 rating, but this is the first camera that I've seen that can truly do 180 degrees vertical with 360 degrees spinning horizontally. And anytime you can get fully horizontal, I'm gonna be excited. Now, Aqara has been building their smart home system for years, and their products keep getting better and better. This year, their G4 doorbell is one of the most interesting options. Not only is it a doorbell and a camera that works with their whole system, but it's gonna be an Apple HomeKit and HomeKit secure video doorbell, which has been traditionally difficult to achieve through battery power. Now, when you look at the G4, you're probably thinking, hey, that's pretty wide, but that's because it has 6 AA batteries. But that's gonna give it all kinds of battery life, and it's partially what enables that HomeKit secure video option. Now, I'm sure Aqara has some really interesting automation options for us with this product, because every time I get a new camera from them, I get some really different features like gesture recognition on this G3 camera hub that I have. It allows me to run automations, which could be really amazing when combined with facial recognition to let you in the door. One of the best ways to create home security is with a smart home hub, because they always have great features for self-monitored security systems. But Samsung SmartThings just released what looks like a charging pad for Galaxy smartphones and earbuds until you peek under the hood. So while it is a charging pad for those products, it's also a SmartThings hub. That means that you'll be able to manage a self-monitored security system, connect many smart products to the hub, and create automations throughout your whole home with the SmartThings app. The station has many radios and is Matter compatible, which will give you what is very close to industry leading in terms of the numbers of smart products you can connect to the hub. Only Amazon and Google have more options, and Google doesn't have much more. For any hub, the automation options are really important, and while using that SmartThings app gives you access to some of the best automation options available today, the station also has some unique options itself. They are placing a smartphone on it to charge, or the button on the top. You can press it, you can long press it, or you can double tap it, and you can start different automations with each of those types of presses and the charging. It can also be used with SmartThings Find, so it can find your phone or Galaxy tags, which is a big bonus with a dog named Rover. And before you run out and buy one of these, you gotta wait a while. You also want to think about this one a little more if you already have a SmartThings hub. The reason I say that is because Samsung didn't include a Z-Wave radio, so that could stop some of you from using this as an upgrade path if you already have one of those hubs. Speaking of smart home hubs, SwitchBot has a hub that connects to all of their very unique smart home products. If you don't know what I mean, then you can check out their button pushing bot, their curtain product, the new smart blinds, and devices like this. I've put all the links down below for you on those, but I've been using these for years, and this company's just hitting their stride with their new smart home hub. They haven't had Apple HomeKit compatibility throughout their lineup, and we were uncertain until CES as to what their plans were for the new Matter standard. That was all answered with the upcoming Hub 2, which will bring Matter to lots of their devices, although we don't have full clarity on just how many. Still, this is a hub that can connect to all of their products. We'll give you automation options in their app, connection to Amazon, Google, and SmartThings no matter what device it is, and it will bring that Matter compatibility to what I think is going to be most of their lineup. And it's not just a hub. It includes a temperature and a humidity and a light sensor on board. And it's also an IR controller or IR blaster, which means you can program it for most devices that have a remote in your home and control those in a smarter way. And it's gotta be one of the nicest looking hubs any of us has. Speaking of really ridiculously good looking,
really ridiculously good looking,
Yeelight is launching the new Cube device. It's like playing Minecraft in real life, with many options for how you build or stack your cubes and what you display on them. There seems to be 3 different types of the cubes that will let you create different effects, and I'm sure there will be limits to your construction based on amperage, but Yeelight has also released a new application for controlling their lights on PCs for entertainment, and these look to sync up with that. Now, I've had their light bar for some time, and their demonstrations at CES showed us that it'll sync with other Yeelights. So with these blocks, It's going to make a really unique looking space. One of the best ways to optimize your heating and cooling in your home is to deal with your window coverings. But if you're a renter or if you already have window coverings, then it can be very expensive to turn them into smart blinds or smart curtains. That's where the Eve Motion Blind Upgrade Kit comes in, and I think this is going to be a really popular product. For just $200, you can retrofit your existing roller blinds. It's actually going to fit a pretty wide range of blinds in your home, has an onboard rechargeable battery, and will be Matter compatible. So you're going to be able to control this with just about anything, and you're not going to have to spend a lot to automate your existing blinds. Every year people get excited about the new Apple Watch version, but this year there are some different options for health tracking. The Barracuda B-Heart doesn't force you to replace your actual timepiece, as it is the band that you wear. It's going to grab all kinds of different data with its embedded sensors and turn those into insights into body energy, health status, mental resilience, activity level, and sleep quality. It starts at $100 and the app is free to download. It's compatible with standard watches that have what's called a lug width of 18 to 22 millimeters. Not only that, but it works with a number of health products coming out from the same folks to help you with all of those health related insights. There were a lot of robot vacuums and robot lawnmowers released or detailed at CES this year, but my favorite was the EcoFlow Blade. A lot of the reason behind that is just how the thing looks, but the second reason is that it's not just a lawnmower, but also a lawn sweeper. It basically has a bag attachment that goes on the back of the blade, and it will sweep up leaves and other debris as it goes about its business. It doesn't need a boundary wire and instead uses GPS and LiDAR to navigate. You can set virtual boundaries in their app, and you can even manually steer the device. Plus it has 4G-based anti-theft protection and won't work if somebody steals it anyways. All of that sounds like a company that kinda has all the problems with robot lawnmowers figured out. The only problem I have with it is that it looks ready to transform, and I'm not sure if it's an Autobot or a Decepticon. The real question is, which one do I want? Now, I don't have a lot of visuals I can show you with this next one, but I always love it when companies combine different things to make a new type of device entirely. Now, LG created what was called the PureCare Aero Tower a while ago, and the reviews weren't great, but they took that technology, took some wireless charging technology, and stuffed it in a color customizable side table that also has LED lights in it. And one of the great things happening this year is that the Home Connectivity Alliance is making it possible for appliances to be controlled in applications that aren't the companies. So for a lot of people who use Samsung SmartThings, this table / air purifier / light / wireless charger should be controllable in that app, as well as LG's ThinQ app. Now sadly, I don't have the exact timeline or cost with this launch, but LG hasn't exactly been over the top expensive with this kind of stuff. For those of you who watch Automate Your Life regularly, you know that I love a good sensor. They are the basis of your home because they give you the information and the options you need to automate your life. So let me share some exciting sensors coming this year with you. The IKEA something or other is an air quality sensor that will connect to their new smart home hub. That will bring it potential Matter compatibility, but what's really nice about it is the display. It's going to be USB-C powered, and it will pair very well with their smart air purifiers. It can be a side table just like the LG one I just told you about. The Denova Detect is one of the first Amazon Sidewalk sensors, which means it uses LoRa for its communication. Now you'll end up needing a compatible Amazon Sidewalk speaker, smart display, or a Ring product with Sidewalk in your home. But using LoRa means that it will have incredible range. And that wireless technology has been very good at passing through mechanical rooms with lots of metals and reflective surfaces. That's been traditionally very hard to deal with within a smart home. This is also a type of sensor that is used in industrial facilities, and it's been something that I think we've been missing in our homes. When you hear about a gas explosion, that's because the lower explosive limit, or LEL level of that gas, was reached and something ignited it. So this will give you an alarm at 10% of that natural gas level, in your home. Now, last year I tried out a few presence sensors, and I believe that 2023 is the year of the presence sensor. We're about to move beyond simple motion sensors in a lot of cases, and we'll use these instead because they can determine when you're in the room but not moving, which has always been a problem with standard motion sensors. Simply put, this type of sensor is the one you've always wanted but couldn't find. Now this year, both Aqara and Yeelight have already announced presence sensors, and I'm excited for both. Now don't get me wrong, there is still a number of use cases for a standard motion sensor. There'll still be security devices, and they still can be cheap ways to trigger automations, because these tend to be more expensive. So I am excited for the new Shelly motion sensor. They've gone through a redesign and come out with a motion sensor that is also a temperature and a vibration sensor with 12 months of battery life. That's impressive when it's communicating through Wi-Fi. But one of the sensor types that we have struggled with in the smart home space is a smoke detector. A lot of that trouble is honestly because Nest didn't keep up with the Nest Protect. That's why I'm excited about the Shelly Plus Smoke. It has a basic sound alarm on it, but it can also send out notifications through an app. It can also drive a lot of other automations for you to help with that smoke situation in your home. So this is one that I'm interested in trying, and I hope that the automation options give me the chance to finally deal with this kind of situation in my home, should it ever happen. Now this will give you a great idea of some of the most exciting products this year, but we have these fun yet informative unboxing videos every month, and I compiled all the best from last year into the video that's up on screen now. So not only will you have a little bit of fun, but you'll see how those products actually work in my home. Check that out, and otherwise, thanks for watching today, and of course, don't hate.